Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 5, and this is going to be my trailer breakdown for the finale for this season, otherwise known as Episode 22, otherwise entitled Legacy. But of course, let's watch this trailer.
Ready for this nightmare to end? We're not gonna let metahumans die.
This is all my mistake, and I'm not gonna make another one.
You took my family away from me. Now watch me take yours.
So, wow, a lot of stuff happening, but first, to thank you guys for all the support on the Flash videos this season. As always, it's, 5 seasons into the show, it's still amazing that you guys watch the videos and support them. So I'm doing a giveaway to end off the season. So it's for this Diamond Select Flash vinyl figure. It looks pretty cool. It's the same brand I'm giving away on my Arrow trailer breakdown. Obviously, that's an Arrow related one, over there. But to be in the running to win this, all you have to do is leave a like on the video, be subscribed to the channel, and just leave a comment in the comment section down below with your favorite moment from this season of The Flash. So, season 5. So, yep, like, subscribe, leave your favorite moment in the comments, and you're entered. So last episode was obviously the attempted execution of Cicada's big plan to wipe out the metahumans, which seems like it will still continue on in this episode based off the trailer, but obviously it ended off with, Ralph's thoughts throughout the episode about, how everything just didn't make sense with the whole dagger situation and just the placement of it throughout time. It's Ralph's detective work. Obviously, Ralph was right the entire episode, and it just ends off with a bit of a cliffhanger. When Cisco chucks up the dagger, Barry goes to shoot it with the mirror gun and it just cuts off, so we don't know what the hell's happening. But of course, before we get into the actual breakdown, let's quickly go over the synopsis for this episode. It's pretty brief, but it's the routine of it. But of course, comment your various thoughts on what's happening and also your various predictions for the episode as well in the comment section down below. Barry faces off with his oldest and most formidable nemesis, Reverse Flash. But anyway, we start off the trailer by actually being placed within the Cicada hideout, or is it like the Cicada nest? We didn't really get around to nicknaming this place, did we? Anyway, Cicada's nest sounds like a good name, just to me at least, better late than never, I guess, to eventually name it. But we see this sort of like dark matter effect going outside of the cabin through like under the door. So someone outside of the cabin is actually drawing out that power. And that of course is Cicada or Cicada 2 or Grey Cicada, whatever you want to call her. Now, the only issue with this part is that we are sort of led to believe that at the end of last episode, the dagger is rendered useless due to what went down with Cisco and how he defused the device and stuff like that. And even when he chucked the dagger, it wasn't glowing, like it was just, blank. But it appears that it is still draining the powers of who are, presumably Nora and Barry within this cabin. But then again, Future Grace has power outside of the dagger, and it seems to primarily just, the dagger just seems to be like just a good source of travel, I guess, as we've seen with both her and Orlan and, the various uses of it that this season. Now, when she walks into the cabin after knocking the door down, I'm guessing the doorknob was broken or something, you can't see the dagger lighting up or glowing like it has previously when it, draws dark matter. But then we do see Grace sitting with her younger self still comatose at this stage, and it is glowing as it normally does, when like a metahuman's nearby, so maybe it gets its power back or something, or it just needed to rest. Obviously, it is hard to tell in these trailers what is exactly going on due to things not being placed, chronologically in the trailers, so I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. But with Barry during the opening portions of the trailer, he does say the following: "Ready for the nightmare to end? We're not going to let metahumans die." So it seems that possibly Cicada 2 has a backup plan for the end of metahumans, or maybe an oopsie is made after that cliffhanger is, set up where Cisco chucks a dagger up for Barry to shoot it with the mirror gun. Obviously, Ralph screams at them not to shoot it, and we end with Barry blasting at it but not seeing if it actually hits it. So possibly what we are going to see is the worst possible thing happen due to not thinking through the importance of the dagger. But yeah, whatever happens, it seems that Team Flash is still on like metahuman security detail, but I am extremely interested to see where we, exactly pick up in the finale following the cliffhanger right at the end with the, the potential destruction of the dagger, which at that point had sort of been drained of its energy or dark matter levels. Now, of course, we do see more of Eobard in that execution-style holding contraption, and at one point in the trailer we do see that correctional officer, or whatever his title would be, pulling down a lever of some sort that is most likely going to be what, commences the execution process for Eobard. And of course, we still see the dagger stuck to him in that, it's almost like a baby bib, like a weird see-through baby bib, anyway. And I must add that I do love the fact that the dagger is placed in a way on his chest where it is just like a big version of the lightning bolt that is on his reverse flash suit, pointing the right direction as well. It's a very nice touch. But obviously, Eobard is surviving. So during this process, the dagger is either going to disappear or the power within it is just going to fade away, allowing Eobard to use his powers again and break out of this thing that is holding him. But at what point in the episode will this be? But in regards to Eobard, you have to give him I guess the writer's also a good round of applause in regards to his story, because Eobard's plan, he's always a couple of steps ahead, or a couple's maybe dumbing it down a bit. He's if Prometheus was 10 steps ahead in Arrow, Eobard's 30 steps ahead, because Thorne is playing chess in this season while Team Flash is playing checkers. Well, actually, Team Flash isn't playing checkers because checkers actually requires some brains. Team Flash is so bamboozled and so stupid this season. They may as well be playing snakes and ladders or something. I don't know what the hell they're playing, but Thorne is definitely playing some form of wizardry chess. But in regards to the point in which Eobard is freed, the big point in the trailer that sort of connects to this is when we hear Cicada 2 say, "You took my family away from me. Now watch me take yours." And this is where we see Barry held up against the walls due to Cicada 2's blast thingies that she does with her hands, which are basically mini dampeners themselves. And Nora is dragged towards Cicada 2 with the same powers, where she raises the dagger, which isn't glowing. So this dagger is literally just being used at this stage to just straight up go stabby McStabby on Nora. And it is this angle here where we just see the dagger in her hand that I think could maybe be the moment in which someone maybe Killer Frost maybe shoots it out of her hands. Or what would be cool is if maybe Killer Frost freezes one of Cicada's hands, the one holding the dagger, and then just smashes into little bits or something. I could be wrong, but I have no idea how Nora gets out of this situation, and not taking Killer Frost with you in this situation seems like a pretty super silly idea, seeing her advantages over Cicada. The only other option is that due to the dagger, by looking at it at least being, powerless and just a lethal piece of metal, maybe Reverse Flash comes back in time and saves Nora, but there is a part in the trailer that makes me think that that isn't the case, so, I would say Killer Frost is the one that actually saves the day, or, at least saves Nora here. But this will most likely be the part in the episode where Cicada 2 is finished, this is her final scene, and the Eobard that we see in the future is released and he becomes, the threat for Team Flash. And just a side note, with that scene with Cicada 2 and, Nora and Barry, young Grace is awake there, she is out of that coma, so I wonder if anything Barry or Nora does triggers that, or it's just a coincidence, or maybe young Grace succeeds in, curing her younger self. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but just thought I would point that out. But around the middle part of the trailer, we do hear Nora say, "This is all my mistake." Is that even English? This is all my mistake. I don't know. Anyway, and I'm not going to make another one. And she says this to Barry and Iris mainly. They are the two we can see properly at, mainly Barry, but you can also see the side of Iris's head. But you can also see the shoulder of Ralph here. So this is in front of all of Team Flash. And this is where we then see Barry and Nora speed off or run off towards something or someone. But who or what are they running towards? Well, to our left of the running speedsters, we can see a smashed up time sphere, so someone has travelled back in time, that someone being Eobard Thawne. Of course, this could be Cicada 2 trying to get home or something as she travelled here in a time sphere, but we know thanks to set photos that this is where Team Flash does encounter Eobard again. So this fight should be a good one. The synopsis does make it sound like the entire episode is going to be this scene or a handful of scenes with Eobard, but it's probably just going to be the last 10 minutes of the episode at most. But I sort of want to be proved wrong with that thought, make it half the episode, surprise me. But Nora is pretty emotional when saying those lines. She feels responsible, as she did feel fall into Eobard's manipulative ways. She was a pawn on his chessboard, so what will happen to Nora? There is probably three options, she dies, she disappears, fades from the timeline, or she just simply returns to 2049. And I don't think she would die. I guess disappearing is the same as dying, but she's not getting a head chopped off, so I guess disappearing or returning to 2049 are the two options, and I'm going to say that she does return to 2049. I think that's what will happen. I don't know if they'd end off that West Allen thing with a tragedy, with Nora disappearing, even though maybe Nora deserves it. So I think there might be a happy ending and she does return to 2049, but we'll have to wait and see. But in regards to someone living or dying, what happens to Reverse Flash? Well, there's going to be a fight here. Obviously, that's going to happen. And I would like to think that they don't kill off Reverse Flash because it seems like a waste of time. He's just about to die in the future. Oh my god, he survives, come back and then just dies. It just seems like a waste of time. So I'd like to think that Reverse Flash is serving as the crisis setup for the Flash this season. leading into, you know, Crisis next season. I'd like to think that's the role he's playing. I don't want him to be the villain next season, because next season's not going to be the last season of The Flash, and I want them to save Reverse Flash to be like the final season villain. So I'm excited to see what they do with him. I don't really have too many predictions outside of the Crisis setup, but if you have any thoughts, let me know. But in regards to other cliffhangers for this season, you know, villain setup, I think, is something that we'd like to see. I don't know if there'd be any other cliffhanger they could do outside of villain setup, apart from Crisis. I think it's either Crisis, or it's a villain, or we get both. You know, if Reverse Flash leaves with maybe like 2 minutes or 3 minutes left to go in the episode, I would expect another, you know, cliffhanger, which could be villain setup. But I have to wait and see. Like, I'm excited to see what they do. Villain would be cool, like maybe some Red Death stuff, even like maybe a Godspeed thing in the future would be cool. Cobalt Blue if we're lucky, which I don't think we're going to get, but some sort of villain setup would be cool to see. But yeah, similar to the Crisis setup, let me know what you think they're going to do. But yeah, overall, I am very excited to watch this finale. I've obviously been one of the people that's probably enjoyed this season a bit more than other people, just due to me probably liking the Cicada character more than others. I know there's been some hiccups with the character, but I think overall, it's been enjoyable to watch. You know, it hasn't been fantastic, but I think it's still been enjoyable to watch, and I'm excited to see how it all wraps up, and how we move into season 6 of The Flash as well. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you to all you guys for watching trailer breakdowns throughout the season. Obviously, this is my last trailer breakdown for the season. Obviously, there'll still be videos on Flash Season 5 and then moving into Season 6 as we go on. But yeah, as I said, if you want to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is leave a like, be subscribed, and leave your favorite moment from this season in the comments section down below, and you're entered. And if you don't want to answer that, you know, leaving a like and showing your support in the comments as well is appreciated regardless. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later on. Goodbye.